machine.
I think it's easy for a lot of people who don't know much about the Christian faith to think of it just as something that you accept.
Yeah.
And that you go to church, you accept what they tell you, you don't really think about it, and you say, okay, Jesus loves me, I accept that. This is what I'm supposed to do, I accept that. But you don't put a lot of thought into it. And the journey that your father made, and that many converts from, especially from the Protestant world into the Catholic Church, have in common, is that they spend a lot of time thinking about it and reading about it.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of intellectual journeying that they take. Maybe they grew up in a tradition where they didn't give a lot of thought to what they believed and why they believed it.
Right.
But especially if someone comes from a very anti-Catholic background, they need to wrestle and think through a lot of things before they are willing to take that step.
That's really interesting. Yeah, that gets me. I mean, this is a tangent of stuff to come later, but just thinking about the similarity between a sort of closed down fundamentalist type Christian or Catholic Christian, someone who just accepts point blank the stuff that's given to them and holds on to it and refuses to really think through it. And so too with sort of the new atheists and secular mindsets of our modern world that, again, just accept the philosophical and theological assumptions that they're just absorbed from the TV shows they watch and the headlines they read. They don't question them, and they think anyone else who does question them is an idiot. Whereas, I developed a lot of great friendships in college with atheists and agnostics and pagans and non-Catholic Christians. Whenever I met someone else who was trying to understand, whatever their current assumptions were, their current beliefs were, they always recognize that, hey, just because I believe it or just because I assume this doesn't make it true. And so my whole life is a constant holding of my beliefs out here a little bit and recognizing this is the current working hypothesis. But as soon as I encounter something that throws a little bit off, then, that's an opportunity to learn more. And I shared that with him because that's how I think for any serious Christian, that's a bit of what your faith is. You're always trying to figure out, what go a little bit deeper. What does this mean for my life? How is my current understanding of God or of the universe not quite right, and how is that translating into how I live my life? Like it's a constant working hypothesis.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this Nerding Out short. Click here to watch the full episode. Click the subscribe button and the bell notification to know when we put up new videos. To support the channel, head over to Nerdy Catholic Tees and purchase some nerdy merch of your very own.
System shut down.